Hi, it's Michael Balesta here. Hope you are having a good day. And it's time to check out what is going on thanks to the Cleveland Browns NFL, NBA apps, and websites. The Cleveland Browns tried to right the ship by attempting to win in Denver for a second consecutive year, but fell behind early. After an exchange of punts and one first down by Cleveland, the Denver Broncos began their second possession from their own 37. Brandon Allen, playing in his first meaningful snap since the 2016 Liberty Bowl, according to the caption on the telecast, he had a good drive. He ran for a first down to midfield on 3rd and 8, then threw to Troy Fumagalli. 4 plays later, he went back to Sutton for 19, then a 21-yard touchdown pass, putting the Broncos on the front foot. Brandon McManus tacked on the extra point to make the score 7-0. The Browns were able to move the ball on their second offensive series. Nick Chubb ran the ball on the first 2 downs. Then Odell Beckham Jr. moved the sticks on his 6-yard reception. 2 plays later, Mayfield went back to the LSU receiver to the 50 for a fresh set of downs. On first down, the Oklahoma quarterback was sacked by Justin Hollins, which ended the threat. Cleveland played some complimentary football on the next Denver series. Olivier Vernon sacked the Broncos quarterback on 3rd and 11 2 plays after Myles Garrett tackled Royce Freeman for a 1-yard loss. Because of this, Dontrell Hilliard's 14-yard punt return and 5 yards tacked on by penalty put the ball at the Denver 40. Demetrius Harris picked up a first down on a catch of a dozen yards. Mayfield went back to him after a short carry by Chubb. Duke Dawson stopped Hilliard on a 3rd and 3, forcing kicker Austin Seibert into the first of 4 field goal attempts. He made the first one early in the second quarter from 39 yards out. After a touchback, the good news was that the Browns' defense was on the field for a short time. The bad news was that Noah Fant ran for 75 yards after 3 missed tackles, and just like that, it was 14-3 to Denver. Once again, the offense for Cleveland got a big play, this time from Mayfield to Antonio Callaway on the second play of drive number 4. Baker then had a 16-yard scamper on 3rd and 14 to get the Browns in the red zone. An incompletion from Mayfield to Callaway on 3rd and 5 meant Seibert would try a field goal from 9 yards closer than his initial one. It was true with more than halfway through the second frame. Cleveland did not have to wait very long to get the ball back. On 2nd and 13 for Denver, Joe Schobert forced a Deontay Spencer fumble, which was recovered by Denzel Ward, setting up the offense at the 18 of the Broncos. Callaway hauled in a 9-yard catch, then Chubb ran for 5 to make it 1st and goal. Nick gave back 5 yards as Malik Reed and Kareem Jackson were ready to snuff out the play. Incompletions to Harris and Jarvis Landry meant a 27-yard field goal from Seibert. Denver took over with 3:40 left until halftime. Philip Lindsay gained 40 yards on the ground. This time, the home team stalled on the plus side of the field, and McManus connected from 43 yards. Thankfully, the Browns had more than enough time to respond. With 1:47 left, Beckham and Landry used the sideline for 8 and 5 yards, respectively. Dontrell Hilliard picked up 4, then Ricky Seals-Jones was just short of the line to make, but Dawson was called for illegal use of hands, giving Cleveland a first down. Following Callaway's catch, Kaderil Hodge caught a pass 2 plays later inside the Denver 35. Landry also converted a 3rd down for 13, but again, no touchdown. Seals-Jones got injured after a catch in which he was tackled short of first down yardage, meaning another field goal try of 30 to get within 17-12. Denver did run out the clock with 2 kneel downs as it turned out. There was a flag after the first one because there were more than 11 defenders on the field for the visiting team. Though, as inexplicable as it was, Larry Ogunjobi did sack Brandon Allen to end the first 30 minutes of action. So no harm, no foul, but still a very interesting end of the first half, to say the least. Cleveland went 3 and out, and Denver did likewise to start the second half. And on that first Denver drive, Mack Wilson took down Allen on 3rd and 3 to help get the defense off the field. The Browns did get terrific field position at their own 48. Though the first 2 plays went south, they were bailed out on Mike Purcell's unnecessary roughness penalty. Mayfield went to Demetrius Harris on 2nd and 10 and was close to the marker. Then Chubb got 4. Jarvis more than made up for losing a yard next play by catching a pass over the middle for almost 20. Chubb gained a first down to the 13-yard line. Then the ball went back to Landry's hands to set up 3rd and short at the 7. Hilliard got the ball with Chubb on the sidelines for 2. Mayfield then tried to quarterback sneak on 4th down, tried to sneak the ball forward on 4th down, but the spot certainly was head scratching as he appeared from the naked eye to have reached the 4-yard line, but officials marked him short, and the challenge was unsuccessful. So that cost Cleveland a timeout, and they ended up wasting their other 2 timeouts with plenty of time remaining in the game. So it ended up playing a role in the end of this. As for the aftermath of the disputed spot, Denver got the ball back toward the latter stages of the 3rd, mixing up the pass and run on their first set of plays. And then on play number 6, Fant came up with a big play to add to his lone touchdown from earlier, going for 30 on 3rd and 1 across the middle. Lindsey then scored easily on the next play, and McManus's point after made it 24-12. And that was with just over 1 minute left in the 3rd. Cleveland started a 9-play drive with 4 carries by the Georgia running back. Then Beckham found some open space on 2nd and 6 from the Browns' 40, bursting for 27 yards. Then Chubb got his 5th carry of the series, which was good enough for another first down. He would not get the ball the rest of the way, but on this drive, things worked out, minus the injury to Greg Robinson on the ensuing play. Hilliard got to tote the rock, but it became 3rd and long very quickly as he could not find a lot of real estate. Mayfield tried for Beckham unsuccessfully, but Chris Harris was called for defensive pass interference. With the ball resting on the 9, Mayfield threw a touchdown to Landry, so it was the first one in 4 red zone trips, as the first field goal by Cleveland was actually outside the red zone, just barely. So this was at 4, not 5. The point after the touchdown made it 24-19 with under 11 minutes left in regulation. Mack Wilson had a tackle for loss on 2nd and 3 on Denver's next set of downs. Then it looked like Cleveland was ready to get off the field as Brandon Allen threw incomplete, but Sheldon Richardson grazed the face mask of the Denver quarterback based on the television replay. It was kind of iffy, but the call was made, and Richardson's roughing the quarterback call gave the Broncos a first down approaching midfield. Fumagalli was called for offensive holding, and a false start ended up giving the Browns a chance with the ball with less than half a quarter to play. But they had 88 yards of real estate to travel. Mayfield went to the left side on 2nd and 7 by throwing a short pass to Chubb. Then 2 plays later, Beckham made a big play of almost 40 yards to the Denver 34. Baker threw incomplete to Jarvis on first down. Then Nick Chubb created a 3rd and 1 situation. On the play, Robinson got hurt again. Chubb tried to pick up the first down, but lost 3 on that 3rd and 1 play. And then finally, Mayfield could not complete the ball to Landry, and Denver held on downs for a second time in this game. And then with about 2.5 minutes left and no timeouts for Cleveland to use, Lindsey picked up a first down on 2nd and 9, which allowed Denver to be in victory formation. So the Browns fell to 2-6. They have a lot of off-the-field distractions, and they appear to have dug themselves, quite frankly, too big of a hole to climb out, even with 8 games left. The loaded talent and the supposed easy schedule means absolutely nothing without being sound in the fundamentals, and they find themselves needing a special run of form to overcome another miserable season. So Cleveland will try to start trying to get it right, and they'll have to do so against the surprising 7-2 Buffalo Bills Sunday at noon Central. That is a home game for the Browns, and early word is a high of 45 degrees and a low of 32 with rain and showers there in Northeast Ohio. So we'll see if it transpires that way in 5 days' time. Red Rock Bar and Grill is where you can watch that game. So again, Sunday at noon Central Time. That is when kickoff is. As for the rest of the AFC North, Baltimore erupted for 37 points Sunday night against New England to improve to 6-2. Pittsburgh is 2 games up at 4 up and 4 down. Cincinnati had their bye week after having played overseas the week before. And the Ravens are in Cincinnati to take on the Bengals in the lunchtime slot. So that will also mean the Pittsburgh Steelers will host the Los Angeles Rams at 25 past 3, 5 days from now. The Cleveland Cavaliers were on the hardwood Wednesday hosting the Chicago Bulls. The Cavs showed great fight after being down by 10 in the second quarter, staying within arm's reach, finally taking the lead as Kevin Love's layup with 8:40 left gave them a 91-90 lead. And Colin Sexton, Darius Garland, and Tristan Thompson made big shots to hold off Chicago in a 117-111 win. This was the second win of the season. Love, in addition to his 17 points, had 20 rebounds. Tristan Thompson was 11 of 19 from the floor as he had a double-double. 6 players finished with at least 12 points. Lauri Markkanen and Zach LaVine led the Bulls with 16 points. In Indianapolis, the Cavs started out with a solid first quarter in Indianapolis against the Pacers, but were held to 11 points in the second frame Friday, which is where the game turned. Cleveland was also minus 13 on the glass, with a glaring disadvantage on second chances and blocked shots. Both teams were in the teens in the turnover department. The Cavaliers were efficient from the foul line and took 4 more attempts than the opposition. But Indiana came out on the right side of the scoreboard, 102-95. Love, Sexton, and Clarkson did combine for 63 points. Kevin and Tristan did get their share of rebounds. Garland had a nightmare shooting the ball, missing all 10 attempts. On the other side, Malcolm Brogdon, like last week's game, scored very often. He finished with 25 points. Jeremy Lamb pitched in with 21 for Indiana. For 3 quarters, Cleveland stood toe-to-toe with the Dallas Mavericks Sunday, and there were 8 lead changes and 7 ties before the visiting side ran and hid early in the final 12 minutes. The Cavs stole the ball from the opposition 9 times, and they did keep the turnovers down. The Mavericks were plus 10 in assists. Cleveland's Kevin Love scored 29, including 5 three-pointers. 6 players finished with 10 points, including Brandon Knight, Jordan Clarkson, and Zeddy Osman. Sexton was another, but he and Zeddy struggled to find the touch. Thompson grabbed a dozen rebounds. Luka Doncic displayed his skills, matching Kevin Love scoring-wise, finishing with a triple-double. Kristaps Porzingis had 18 points, 1 shy of 10 rebounds. Dallas displayed their depth with Tim Hardaway, Boban Marjanovic, Jalen Brunson, and Seth Curry all contributing to a 131-111 decision. The 2-4 Cavs host the 4-1 Boston Celtics tonight. They then travel to Washington on Friday. Both games start at just after 6 p.m. Central Time. And the Washington game is listed as an ESPN game. The next contest comes Sunday against the Knicks in New York City at 6:30. It's still very early, but the team is competitive, so it's good to have a Cleveland side with a mixture of youth and experience. Hopefully they grow and end up being a team one day that no one wants to play. Certainly by season's end, that would be nice. Please check out the Facebook group North Texas Browns Backers page and hit the like button for the latest updates there. The text of this blog is available at http://www.mjbolesta2, as in the number 2, .wordpress.com. I am on Twitter at mjbolesta2, and on Facebook at Michael Bolesta, and on Instagram at mjbolesta2. Archive videos on YouTube can be found by searching Michael Bolesta Roman numeral 2. If you could, I would love your feedback on the comments section, and if you like what you see, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you so much. May you have a great day, and thank you for watching. God bless you.